Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to talk about Baby Yoda, which was introduced recently in the Mandalorian TV series that's on Disney Plus. Which I'm gonna say it's a really good series. Now, if you haven't seen the show yet, it's 3 episodes in, and look, eventually we're gonna have to talk spoilers. I don't think I'll talk too much spoilers, but just beware that I might. Because, yes, this is going to be talking about Baby Yoda, which was introduced in in the first episode of the season. This goes into a fan theory that I've been having lately. And I've heard other people say this fan theory before, and I want to talk about my thoughts on the theory and how I think it's going to be played out, and if it will tie into the Rise of Skywalker, which comes out in like about less than a month now. So let's get right into this. There's two ways Baby Yoda could have been conceived. Now, one of the first things that I think a lot of people are wondering, did Yoda and Yaddle hook up, right? Yaddle was a female version of Yoda that was seen very briefly in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. She's there in the background. You can't really see her that well, but she's there. Yaddle was never really touched upon, from my understanding, in Expanded Universe, but she is part of canon since she was there in Episode 1. So did her and Yoda at some point hook up and had a kid together? Maybe that will be explained, that maybe this 50-year-old, I mean, it's 50 years old, this baby, so that means it could have been around that time, right? If Episode 1 takes place 32 years before A New Hope, that could place it roughly around that time, more or less, but maybe a little bit more beyond those years. But still, I mean, it fits. It fits around that time period. That would be an easy way, I think, to explain the child. Or it could just randomly be another Yoda species, just their parents are lost. Just like Rey has no parents, right? Or she doesn't know who her real parents are. Or Luke didn't know who his father and mother were before his adventure started, right? I don't really lean too much towards this, although if it does become revealed that this baby is just another species, Yoda species, whatever we're going to call that species, I'd be kind of let down by it, because I'm kind of hoping for a tie-in, a bit of more creative tie-in. Maybe not too creative, because here's my theory on what I think it is. I'm going along with the people that think that this is a clone of Yoda. That's right. Now, there's some great theories on how could this be. If you, again, 50 years, Yoda was still around during that time. You remember Yoda lived up to 900 years old, from what he says in Return of the Jedi. And how did someone obtain Yoda's DNA? Well, let's remember, Obi-Wan says a line that something about Yoda's midi-chlorian account. You know what I'm trying to say. The midi-chlorians that they talk about, that people hate. That is said in Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, and there's already a theory going around that, well, if the Jedi have data on every Jedi's midichlorians, what if Yoda's midichlorian account was taken, a sample was taken, or something like that? That is possible. That could have started the creation of this baby clone Yoda. Let's remember, they were also starting clones around that time. If memory serves me right, the movies tried to make it sound like Count Dooku took Jedi Master Sifo-Dyas's identity and started the creation of the clone army around Episode 1. Who's to say that maybe this Yoda clone wasn't the first clone that they tried out to see if it could work? And once they realized they could, that's when the creation of the clone army, that would eventually be revealed in Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, that would start that ball rolling, you know? So this baby now is the last sample of a clone that they have, because obviously the clone troopers were all eliminated. Most of them were eliminated. Some survived. If you watch Star Wars Rebels, it's revealed that some of the clones had, a few of the clones had survived and are still fighting the good fight, because the clones were actually good guys. Just the Order 66, that was a signal that went into their brains that controlled the clones and forced them to kill the Jedi, to turn on them. Because the clones actually did respect the Jedi because of their time fighting together in the Clone Wars. I think this baby is this baby Yoda. They wanted to extract something from it. That's what they keep saying. They want to extract something. It could be they want to extract midichlorians, maybe. It's very possible that that could be something. Why? Well, let's remember there's a movie called The Rise of Skywalker coming very soon. And maybe it has something to do with bringing Palpatine back. I mean, Yoda is considered one of the most powerful Jedi in the Star Wars universe, so it is possible maybe whatever this clone of Palpatine is, maybe it wants it for something. I think there is an Emperor Palpatine clone running around during this time of The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian only takes place, I believe, 4 years after Return of the Jedi, which it is possible that Palpatine has a clone. Apparently in the books, novels, and comics, they've been hinting that Palpatine, before he died in Return of the Jedi, was doing some experiments on Jakku and in other places in the outer region. I do believe that all of this that's happening in The Mandalorian with this baby Yoda is somehow connected to what Palpatine has been doing. Some people don't think so, that The Mandalorian will probably not be connected to The Rise of Skywalker in any way. I actually do think that it's going to connect somehow. And this baby Yoda has something to do with it. I don't think we'll see the baby Yoda appear older in The Rise of Skywalker. I think whatever's going to happen to this baby Yoda, it's possible the baby Yoda does survive and go on to have a great life. But I don't think he'll show up in The Rise of Skywalker. But I do believe that we are going to get a hint of this cloned Palpatine. Because in Revenge of the Sith, let's go back to that movie now. In Revenge of the Sith, Palpatine says that from his master, before he killed his old master, Plagueis, his master did learn how to cheat to death. And I think the way to cheat death is to clone yourself and to have your clone take your place, because your clone is still you in a sense. Maybe he would have to transfer some of his consciousness over to his clone in order for him to still be that, which could be possible. We don't know. I think it is all going to lead up to Rise of Skywalker. I don't think it's a coincidence that the final episode of The Mandalorian is only coming out a week after The Rise of Skywalker. I think there is going to be some sort of big reveal towards the end of this season. Because Mandalorian has been picked up for another season, which is going to be pretty cool. I mean, The Mandalorian right now has me excited for every other new series that's going to be appearing on Disney+. This is just the beginning of the high qualityness of what Disney Plus is going to offer for all their TV series. And I'm not just talking about Star Wars, I'm talking about the Marvel TV stuff as well. Loki, Falcon and Winter Soldier, etc. I think all of that is going to somehow they're going to show the quality with The Mandalorian. And just like the MCU shows are going to connect heavily into the films, I think the Star Wars show is going to connect heavily into the show, because unlike maybe Clone Wars and Rebels, where Kathleen Kennedy doesn't really know what's going on in those shows, even though she knows Dave Filoni is the one that was the showrunner on those shows, I think she brought Dave Filoni over, yes, with Jon Favreau to help with the Mandalorian, but she's, I think, more aware of what's going on in the Mandalorian than she did in anything else that was not movie related. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But obviously, we're not too far off from the Rise of Skywalker. But yes, Baby Yoda somehow is going to be involved with the creation of this Palpatine clone. Somehow it's going to be connected somehow. I don't know how, I don't know when that's going to be revealed. Maybe it won't. Maybe I'll be entirely wrong and people will dislike this video and say, David, you're stupid, shut up. But look, this is my theory. You don't have to agree with it. You can expand on it. You can tell me your theories. Share your theories in the comments section below. Because look, I like hearing what other people have to say. Maybe you can change my mind. Maybe you'll be like, come up with a theory that I haven't even heard of yet. And I'll be like, wow, you know what? That is actually a better theory. Because I do listen to everybody that comments, even the negative ones. No matter how hurtful some of you might be, I do like hearing what other people have to say. So with that being said, I hope you do comment below and leave down your theories. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel, especially if you haven't already, because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I'm not going to say massive, because I know there's other fans out there that are bigger than me when it comes to the lore. I watch the movies, I watch the shows. That's all I keep up to. I don't read no novels, or I don't play much video games, so there you go. With that being said, until next time, everybody, take care.